Davis.
Thank you, Councilor Shalino. The chair recognizes Councilor McGeary.
Thank you, Madam President. I have a lengthy statement, but since most of it's been said before, I will just, with your permission, just hit a couple of extracts and ask that the entire statement be added to the record.
Commissioner Randy.
Thank you. I'd like to talk a little bit about jobs. I know there's been the number 160 jobs, permanent jobs associated with the hotel has been bandied about, and people say, well, yeah, but a lot of those are service sector jobs, or part-time jobs. In my view, a job is a job. There are some good jobs that are associated with this hotel. There'll be management jobs, there'll be foreman-level jobs. But in addition, some of the service sector jobs are good for people who need a part-time job, a parent who has child care issues, for newly arrived immigrants who are trying to establish themselves, for kids who are having a summer job in order to pay for college. There's nothing wrong in that kind of work, and I don't think we should denigrate it. The argument that the business class hotel is a necessary part of what the city needs to attract other businesses, I believe. I don't think it's a panacea. I think it is an important part of an important piece of the infrastructure. You heard Greg Verdine last night saying, I need to have this here so we can have the conferences, so we can bring in the PhDs, bring them up from Cambridge. Once they get here, they see what this is like and realize they don't have to drive 93 every day. They might just stay. So I think it's an important piece. It's not, as I say, the be-all and end-all, but I think it's an important economic engine for the city. People have expressed the worry that hotel guests will object to the smells and the bustle and the clamor of being in an industrial zone. And this will inevitably cause pressure to remove or shut down the industries that are there now and have been for generations. That has been dealt with at some length in the conditions attached to the permit. The proponents have been put on the clearest notice that they undertake this project in the certain knowledge that they are building in an industrial area and the industry will continue. Frankly, if the hotel owners were to complain at some future date about noise and odor, our response should be and will be, in law, too bad. I'd like now to talk a little bit about the environmental issues. I think Chairman Toby summed it up rather succinctly. I'll say for the record that I believe that rapid climate change is happening. I believe it's man-caused. Frankly, I believe we're past the tipping point. It's here. We're going to have to live with it. Even if we stop polluting now, the world will warm and sea level will rise. But just because that's true doesn't mean that a seawall shouldn't be constructed. I don't think that the people of Holland are about to give back 20% of the country to the sea. Once you have changed, as Chairman Toby said, once you've changed the landform, once it becomes a human design landform, we are obligated, where possible, to protect it, where it makes sense. We need to protect not just the hotel, we need to protect all those industries, which frankly are at a lower elevation than the hotel. The commercial street industries are down at elevation 8, the hotel's going to be at elevation 12. We need some sort of a barrier to protect them. And as to the question of the erosion of the beach, I can't speak to what the beach was like in 1920. I know that's hard to believe it's true. I can't speak to what it was like in 1940. But I have been here for nearly 40 years. And in that time, I've seen erosion on that beach, and I've seen replenishment of that beach. The beach, over time, is stable. The pictures reflect that. So, but even if the proponents' experts are wrong, there is a condition in the order of conditions from the Conservation Commission that says, and I'll read this, the expanded beach area seaward of the seawall shall be monitored on an annual basis for purposes of determining if there has been a loss of sand over the course of natural beach cycles. In the event it is determined that there has been a loss of sand due to reasons other than natural beach cycles, the applicant shall be allowed to perform beach nourishment programs. Further, the condition is enforced, quote, in perpetuity, unquote, for the current owners, and it passes to any future owners. So, I believe that the arguments that you frankly in Dr. report, what my old Jesuit professors at Holy Cross used to say, post hoc, ergo propter hoc, which means just because something is here doesn't mean it caused something else. The two things happen in coincidence, but one is not the cause of the other. The seawall is not the cause of global warming. It's an appropriate response to global warming is the reason, and it's certainly to protect the man-made seafloor.
So I think that's a landfill, I'm sorry. So without going, as I say, reading the entire thing, I think that there's enough economic benefit that I believe that there is environmental benefit, that this project is worthy of support, and I will be supporting. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor McGeary.